Space, the final frontier. This is the 2.5-year journey of the build of the Starship Enterprise. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 7, but stage 24. I'm going to try and keep these up here so I can remember which one I'm doing. Stage 24 of Star Trek The Next Generation, build the USS Enterprise NCC 1701D. This is it. This is another one. We've got lots of bits this time. There's lots of, different shaped panels. Some bit for the neck, a couple of different LEDs, the backing panels, 2 backing panels for the one thing. It's very strange. Lots of screws, some more escape pods, obviously, and more windows. So let's have a look and see exactly what it is we're going to be doing. This is stage 24. So this is what I've got. We've got deck panels, reflector panels, deck panel lights, left neck bracket, as well as dark and clear windows and some different screws. So let's flick through the bits we've already done. Oh, there we go, straight on to 24. This is the areas that we're going to be building onto today. So I shall move the book out of the way. I can't put it where I normally put the book because it's just too heavy. There's too much stuff in these magazines to hold into my copy holder properly. So I'll have to get that completely out of the way so we can see what we're doing. And we are taking this bit, and from previous, we are taking this bit, the entire neck assembly, which we have now fitted the battery box to. There's me thing that goes over the top of that. I haven't just lost it. No, there it is. There we go. Yeah, we've got that should have magnets. Magnets should be attached into there, but they're not. They've come out. So that's not magnetic anymore. I shall have to re-glue the magnets into that. I don't know if we did put magnets in that before, or were they already in it? I think they were already in it and they've just come out, because that's them there, look, that should be in there. Interesting. Okay, I shall reattach the magnets at some point, but no worries with that at the moment. This is what we're doing, and this is where we're doing it. This bit is going to go, let's get it the right way round, like that. All the wires are going everywhere. We need the navigation light to maintain coming out this side like that, but the rest of it obviously needs to be out of the way. This is going to attach, it'll only go in one place, I'm sure. Going up the back there to there, down there to there. Yeah, that feels like those 3 locate in there, and that one will locate up there. Just fits around the battery box and gives some support as ever. We need some BM screws and an FM screw. Let's grab the one FM screw that we need. Put that over to one side where I can add it to my pile. I'm going to put this in a little bit now so I don't get it wrong when it comes to putting it in the right place. Feel like that's going in quite as well as it should. Probably because it isn't there. That feels better. But I'm not going to tighten it up yet, as ever, because I need to get all the others done. So BM, let me get 3 of those. There we go. I'm sure I'm going to be using the rest of those, or some more of those, in a moment, so I'm not going to put them far out of the way. Let's get the 3 of these in place. Come on. There's a screw hole there. You know you want to use. There's not a screw hole there. It's there, and where's the 3rd one then? He's down there. Interesting. Right. There's no screw hole on that bit there, where it says that there is in the instructions. It says 3 BM screws, even in the words. I'm just going to take this back out, so we can take a look and see. Yeah, that screw hole is a screw hole, but it just hasn't been all the way through. Just check to see that the hole underneath it is in fact threaded. Yep, that's definitely a screw hole. Right, so I need to break out that hole, because that's not a hole. So I'll do that. I'll come back. I'll get it attached in because you don't need to see me putting the screws in. But we'll see how it looks before we move on to the next bit. Okay, now that blank hole there is definitely not what should be there. I've got a small pin vise that I have made sure the hole is smaller than it needs to be for that. So basically, I'm just going to drill that through. It might be easier if I was to use an electric drill. But this is what I've got to hand. And it shouldn't be much that it's got to go through. So I'm just turning through and then coming back a little bit, turning through. I can feel it biting a little bit, not loads, but it's biting enough. Yeah, there's definitely a hole starting to wear through there. Obviously being careful not to put the fingers the other side of it if you do need to do something similar for yourself, because you don't want to drill through your finger, because that would make a mess. We don't need a mess. Oh, nothing quite happening on the other side yet. Definitely stuff flaking off on the inside, so the drill is actually making a hole, or at least it's starting to make a hole. Not sinking at the moment, but very shortly that will be coming through. Yeah, might not be that shortly. I'll cut the video and show you when it's an actual hole. Right, hopefully there you can see the start of an indent, a little divot appearing, because I'm getting very close. So I'm going to start using less pressure. Putting that through, there we go. We're now through there. I might need to open the hole a little bit, obviously to make the screw fit through. It's one of these screws. You can see the hole is comparable to the others. And that through there, let's use a pair of tweezers so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that goes through there. So that's that. Right, I shall get this back in the right place. I'll take that screw back out of that screw hole, because otherwise it just won't work, will it? So yeah, I'll get everything organised, get it in place, and then we'll see how it looks and go to the next stage. And there we have the most number of parts per stage ever. That's attached in there, secured with the 4 screws. You might be okay. If that's not there and you don't want to drill a hole, you'll probably be perfectly fine leaving it. But where this is obviously going to be supporting the entire saucer section on the top there, I wanted to be sure it was going to do the job adequately. I've also glued those magnets back in there, so I shall leave those to dry before I attach it back on to that. But that's the next section done for today. Put that out of the way. Next up, we are doing some more stuff with windows. So I shall, again, not bother filming this bit because I've already filmed enough so far. But we're going to be putting the escape pods and the windows in place, just like it says in the picture up there. I'll come back when they're in place and we're ready to start putting the panels and the lights on. So that's all the windows put in. As ever, I've messed it around a bit and changed things, a couple of windows here and there to keep it interesting and to annoy people that look too closely at my models. These 2 panels are going to go in place over there. This one has one of these lights attached to it under here. Yeah, as ever, there's a little blob you can just about see on there, which sits just inside that. So when that's held in place there, it can't just pull out. So that's going in there like that, and then that is going over there like that. That's still held in place, being held in place with 4 of these screws. If I can get the first one in the right vague sort of place, there we go. I'm going to try and not pick up the panel. I'm going to put that one down, not tight, but quite tight, so I can be quite happy that the bulb is not going to escape while I tidy up the rest of them. Put that one in again, fairly tight, but not too tight. And the other 2 just to hold in place, really. So that's that one. And then basically we're doing the same with the bigger one. Except we've got two bulbs to put under this. We've got one on its own from over here to do exactly the same over that side, just like that. But this one needs to go in that side again, the same, but at the same time, which is the tricky bit. Well, I'm not catching that underneath it either, so we'll try and get that down and that one in place. Like that. No, that's not in the right place. Twist it around a little bit further. There we go. So that's that one with that bulb locked in place. Now we've just got to try and get this bulb under there and lock in place, and then manage to get all of the screws in without anything escaping. That's the fun thing. That's the fun trick bit. So I'll get the one in pretty tight because it's next to a bulb. Get another one in up the top there. Pretty tight because it's next to a bulb. Now to take my finger off of that without thinking. So before I get that too far in, that's still in the right place. That's that down there. This one over here. That one down there. Once I've got this last screw in place, but again, not tightened down, now comes the time to turn it over and find out just how many of the windows and escape pods have actually fallen out and are loose inside the back there. There shouldn't be any. This softer mat is working out quite well for me to give a little bit of give, but let's have a look and see. They're all in the right places. Look, even the escape pods are all the right way up as well. Look, bulbs. Windows in all of them, a combination of light and dark. So I'm happy with that. So I can go back and tighten those down. I shall tighten them down without boring you about that, and then we'll get in the rest of it and see how it's all going to fit together. One more step to do before I get the entire saucer section back over again. It says to make sure you bend things the right way. That's that way up. It says to bend this down so it's not going to get caught up in the next section, which is fair enough. A case of we didn't think about where wires are going to go through framework again. And it does say to test it. So let's now bend that out the way. Let's make sure the bulb still comes on. It does indeed. And the other little one over the other side also lights up. You can see that lighting up, and you can see obviously it illuminating the windows on the other side. So that's that. Right, now I need to get the framework, figure out where it's going to go, sort out the screws, and plug it in. So there's 2 BM screws required. It's going to go here. So let's get the wires out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Get that underneath is the easiest way I found of doing this. But I do really need to remember we've got these 3 lips under there that need to go under that bottom panel first. So let's get that. Right, let's get the position right first. So it's going to go there. So this wire needs to come out of this hole. That wire needs to come out of... But I'll take it out of this hole and bend it up a little bit, I think. I'm going to not bother using their wiring diagrams because I don't trust them, to be honest. They seem a little bit haphazard. So I'm going to get the 3 of those underneath this one. Just like that. 1, 2, and indeed 3. Yep, that will come up. And that's held in place by the 2 BM screws at the top here, by the looks of it. So let's see if we can't get that one in there. I feel like it's not in the right place. See that it's not quite in the right place. I need to move it just a little bit further. It started to go into a hole, so that should be good. Let's get the other one also located, because if that's going to be right, then it's all going to be right, isn't it? Okay, right, I'll get these tightened up, I'll turn it over, and we'll see what it actually looks like at the end of this stage. And there we have it. This was the panel that's just been added. sitting on there quite nicely. This is why it's got that sharp edge to it. So yeah, it's coming together. It's now looking like a big chunk. So I'm happy with how it's coming together. I'll get the next couple of issues done, or couple of stages done, should I say. And then we might see about tidying up some of these joins, because I think this is as big as it's going to get. You know, obviously I can't do anything else about this section, although there is still that to go. We'll see what happens. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Stick around. Issue 25, stage 25, will be coming up shortly. There's a few other part works to happen before that comes along, but hopefully you're enjoying those as well. Let me know in the comments how you think I'm getting on, if you're building along with me, if you've had any other problems. Do let me know. Other than that, stay safe. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.